Ooh, Gen Zers, y'all are not gonna like this. And you guys as parents most likely are not gonna like this either, because they're the reason why you guys are like you are. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel, Modern Renaissance Man. I am Ty Smith. I thank every last one of you guys for taking time out of your day to view my content. If you do enjoy the content that I put out in relation to these commentaries regarding political stuff, hit that thumbs up button. That would allow YouTube's AI to consistently recommend these type of videos to you. Don't forget to follow me on all the platforms you see above and the ones below. Also, if you would like for me to see a clip of yours, go to patreon.com/Modern Renaissance Man, where you can request me to music reaction, a reaction to a news clip you may know of, or a subject that's being talked about at hand, all right? Doesn't matter what it is. Make sure you read the tiers in their entirety. Last but not least, double check to make sure that you still are subscribed to the channel, because there's a good chance you've been unsubscribed to the channel. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so this is going to make a lot of folks upset, because this is a nice clip of what's been saying here, and what's sad is that it's crazy that this is not a national holiday for us to actually celebrate the Constitution in the manner that it was written and what it's done, and how we are benefiting from it today, right? A lot of y'all not gonna like this, but I'm gonna let it play out anyway, and I'm gonna give a little bit of insight afterwards, because there's a lot of stuff that folks don't know because they're so used to media telling them everything. They don't want to go and research any of this stuff themselves, all right? So, Gen Zers, if y'all are watching this, unless you are intelligent and smart, most likely you're going to be pissed, and your parents are too, like I mentioned earlier. Check it out.
Constitution Day was last week. It's an actual federal holiday, but no one noticed, despite the fact that it's probably the greatest legal document ever. Is it flawed? Of course. It was written by humans, and they were all white men, as depicted in this illustration from Google AI. But how about looking at the actual ideas in it? I won't hold my breath for that, because only 14% of 8th graders are proficient in history now, and only 22% in civics, which may be why 4 in 10 Gen Zers say the authors of the Constitution are best described as villains. Wow. It's amazing, since in 1776, James Monroe was 18. Alexander Hamilton was 21, and James Madison 25. Joe Biden was only 30. America's founders, they were the Gen Z of their day. And when they were your age, they started a country. What the fuck have you done? So no, the Constitution isn't perfect because it wasn't written by Taylor Swift, but... And yes, the founders made excruciating compromises, obviously slavery. But slavery was a deal breaker for the southern states. So there would have been two countries. And then to end slavery in North America, it would have involved invading a sovereign nation instead of having the moral high ground of keeping a union together. Would that have been better? History's complicated, and Gen Z reasoning is not. They think they're pure, but they're really just simplistic. They know two things. White people did some very bad things, and no, that's it. That's all they know. That's what they know.
So you just heard all that, and I knew that this would probably piss off a lot of people, and I meant it when I said it. The reason why Gen Zers are the way they are because of the parents that raised them. My sons are Gen Zers, and they are nothing like this. They know their history. You want to know why? I didn't rely on the schools to be the ones to be the teachers. It was me. Now, what I want to throw out there that a lot of people do not know when it comes to the forefathers, not all of them had slaves. So when Bill mentioned this in his speech he just gave, it would make you think that all the forefathers had slaves. They didn't. Like only 15 or 17 of the 55 forefathers that signed the Constitution and everything, only 17 of them had slaves, but they wanted to appear like everybody had slaves, which is the reason why his end comment made it seem like they all believed that white men were all bad and was all white men. All the forefathers had slaves, blah, 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 blah. And that is far from the Truth.
That's the way we teach American history today.
Right.
You want to be fair about history? Say, okay, 1/4 of the founding fathers are pro-slavery. They came primarily out of Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina. Let's go north. Whole different ball game. You have blacks elected to office in 1768 in New Hampshire, re-elected for 49 years, 8 different political positions. You have a number of black heroes in the American Revolution, major paintings done of them that nobody ever sees today because we don't think that blacks had any role in the revolution.
Right.
So we get this politically correct nonsense going, whether it's on Islam or the founding fathers or slavery. By the way, we don't talk about political correct. Every single statue that's come down has been of a Democrat activist that was a racial bigot.
Context does matter. And you talk. Now, with that being said, when you see something like this, if it kind of pricks at you and offends you, you get mad. I can't believe he said that. How about you go and research it and prove him wrong? How about you go and research it and prove me wrong? See, but a lot of you don't want to do that because you like to remain in your feelings. The fact that it made you upset, it made you angry, it made you offended. You rather just rest there and just be able to, no, you can't, and I can't believe you're a piece of That's what you want to do. You do not want to go and challenge me or him on what he is saying, because it is going to scare you that you are going to arrive at the truth, that your thought process has been jacked up, and it's going to force you to question everything else you've been taught, unless you just like to remain on that wave of being just an angry person, a victim. I can't believe you said that, just a constant offended person, because by having that, it's a good chance you're going to have a group of people who also indulge in the misery that you love to indulge in. Y'all really don't have a lot going on. Some of you don't. I'm not saying all of you, but you don't have a lot going on. You don't really have a life. So by everybody jumping on the victim train, jumping on the offended train, jumping on the you can't say that to me train, jumping on the snowflake train, you all will be surrounded by others that are like-minded as well, knowing good and well that you can surpass that and be beyond that by going and seeking the truth out yourself, which you most likely won't, because when you do that, there's not a lot of people up here that's going to jump on a bandwagon with you. You are most likely not going to be surrounded by a whole lot of people that broke away from the nonsense. Trust me when I tell you. But you know what? I love it because guess what? It's peaceful up here. You should try it. Anyway, let me know what y'all think by leaving in the comments below after this video. Don't forget, folks, if you want to see the next video that I'm going to do after this, most likely it's going to be up there. Any other videos that I do on this channel that you may not know of that I do, it's going to be down there. I'm Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man, hoping and praying that every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing. And most of all, I pray every last one of you guys are in great health mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.